Welcome back, Cowboys Nation. Buckle up, because what just happened in the NFL draft has everyone talking, and you're going to want to hear every detail about this jaw-dropping move by the Dallas Cowboys. The NFL draft is never short on drama, but this year, the Dallas Cowboys decided to take the spotlight and ignite the football world with one of the most electrifying, unexpected picks of the entire event. As the clock ticked down toward pick 44 in the second round, fans across the country were predicting the usual, maybe an offensive lineman to shore up protection for Dak Prescott, or possibly a wide receiver to add more spark to the offense. But instead, Jerry Jones and the Cowboys front office stunned everyone watching by selecting Donovan Ezeiruaku, the edge rusher out of Boston College. And when that name was read, it didn't just surprise fans, it absolutely shook the NFL community to its core. The shock was especially evident on the face of legendary ESPN draft analyst Mel Kiper Jr., whose reaction alone could have been an entire segment. The moment his jaw dropped, viewers knew something big had just happened. He looked stunned, caught completely off guard, rifling through his notes in real time, searching for something that could help him make sense of what the Cowboys had just done. Mel Kiper Jr., known for his meticulous preparation and encyclopedic knowledge of draft prospects, rarely appears shaken. But this pick clearly blindsided him. After collecting himself, he admitted that the Cowboys' move was unexpected and ahead of where he had projected Ezeiruaku to go. He remarked, "Well, this is a little earlier than I expected for Ezeiruaku. But I will say this, the talent is absolutely there." That raw honesty, that unscripted moment of surprise, reflected what so many analysts and fans were feeling. Donovan Ezeiruaku was certainly on the radar for day 2, but almost no one had him going this high. The pick flew in the face of conventional wisdom, bypassing bigger-name prospects still on the board. Yet there was one undeniable truth at the heart of the decision: the Cowboys saw something others didn't. They saw a diamond in the rough, a disruptor with the potential to blossom into something special. Standing at 6'3" and weighing around 255 pounds, Ezeiruaku brings a blend of traits that defensive coordinators dream about. Speed, power, bend, and an absolutely relentless motor. This guy plays like he's shot out of a cannon. At Boston College, he made life miserable for opposing quarterbacks. He compiled sacks, tackles for loss, and constant backfield pressure in a conference not exactly known for weak offensive lines. The ACC has turned out NFL-caliber talent for years, and Ezeiruaku more than held his own. His film is a highlight reel of chaos. Spin moves that leave tackles stumbling, bull rushes that collapse pockets in seconds, and backside pursuits that end with quarterbacks on the turf. His energy is contagious, and his will to win jumps off the screen. There's no doubt this young man loves football, and that matters more than many people realize when evaluating a draft pick. Natural talent is only one piece of the puzzle. Heart, effort, and football IQ can take a player to the next level. Inside the Cowboys organization, early reports are already painting a picture of a player who impressed far beyond just what he showed on film. During pre-draft interviews, Ezeiruaku blew Dallas coaches and scouts away. Team insiders say he came across as passionate, driven, and extremely intelligent when talking about schemes, responsibilities, and his desire to improve. One source even went so far as to say, "This guy reminds us of a young DeMarcus Ware." That's not a comparison thrown around lightly, especially in Dallas. Ware is a franchise legend, one of the most respected defensive players to ever wear the star. To be compared to him at this stage in a career says a lot. It shows that Ezeiruaku's potential isn't just theoretical, it's something that seasoned professionals see taking shape right before their eyes. It's also a powerful signal about how the Cowboys are approaching this year's draft. Instead of following media narratives or going for flashy names, they're locking in on players who fit their culture, who mesh with their values, and who can be molded into long-term contributors. Think about the current state of the Cowboys' defense. Micah Parsons continues to revolutionize what it means to be a pass rusher, using his speed and instincts to disrupt every offensive game plan he encounters. DeMarcus Lawrence is the seasoned vet, providing leadership and setting the tone with his experience and work ethic. Now add Donovan Ezeiruaku into that mix. Imagine a third down package where Parsons is lined up anywhere. Lawrence has one edge, Sam Williams is coming in hot, and Ezeiruaku is flying off the other side. That's a nightmare for offensive coordinators. That's a formula for sacks, turnovers, and chaos. And chaos, in today's NFL, is currency. The league is all about disrupting rhythm, breaking down clean pockets, and forcing quarterbacks into mistakes. Ezeiruaku may not be a household name yet, but in the right system, one that values pressure, speed, and versatility, he could become a game changer. It's no surprise, then, that Mel Kiper Jr., after his initial shock, began to warm up to the pick very quickly. On live television, after gathering his thoughts, he started highlighting Ezeiruaku's traits that make him so appealing: a lightning-quick first step, an ability to bend under tackles without losing speed, and a motor that just doesn't quit. Kiper made a critical point: this pick could look like a steal 3 years from now if Ezeiruaku is coached properly. And that's where Dan Quinn enters the conversation. The Cowboys' defensive coordinator has a proven track record of taking athletic defenders and refining their game to elite levels. Look no further than Micah Parsons. When he entered the league, many questioned if he was a true linebacker or a hybrid. Under Quinn's guidance, he became a weapon, plain and simple. If the same developmental arc awaits Ezeiruaku, the rest of the league should be very, very concerned. Ezeiruaku also fits the Dallas Cowboys mold off the field. He's not flashy. He's not seeking social media fame. He's not looking to be a brand before he becomes a baller. He's about the work. In interviews, he's said he models his game after players like Von Miller and Khalil Mack, legends who earned their reputations through relentless effort and dominant play. That kind of mindset is exactly what the Cowboys want to build around. It raises the bar in the locker room. It fosters an environment of accountability. It tells every player on the roster that job security doesn't exist unless you're producing. This pick, in a lot of ways, is about more than just one player. It's about setting a tone. It's about creating a culture where hunger matters more than hype. Where development matters more than draft position. Where football guys, the ones who truly love the game, get rewarded. The reaction among current Cowboys players tells you all you need to know about the buzz this pick has generated. Micah Parsons tweeted shortly after the announcement, using a cryptic LA's WK, sparking speculation but clearly expressing excitement. Trayvon Diggs posted a gif of someone sprinting through a wall, a fitting visual for what Ezeiruaku brings to the field. These aren't just polite nods to a new teammate. These are signs of genuine enthusiasm. The players see the vision. They know what kind of energy and talent Ezeiruaku can bring to the field. They're welcoming him not just as a prospect, but as a piece of the puzzle in the Cowboys' quest for a championship-caliber defense. Of course, no bold move comes without skeptics. Some analysts argue that the 44th pick was too early for Ezeiruaku. They point to his level of competition at Boston College or question whether his pass-rushing toolkit is refined enough for immediate NFL success. And those criticisms aren't baseless. Every pick carries risk, especially when you're banking on upside. But here's the difference: Ezeiruaku isn't just a combined star or a traits-based gamble. He's a true football player. One scout reportedly said, "He wants to be great more than he wants to be famous." That's not just encouraging, it's rare. And it's exactly what makes this pick feel like a calculated risk rather than a reach. Consider the broader context of the draft. Offensive linemen and wide receivers flew off the board early, and it would have been easy for Dallas to chase a name or try to fill a hole in the moment. Instead, they stuck to their board. They trusted their evaluations. They made a pick based on long-term value rather than short-term buzz. That's what smart franchises do. They don't let the moment overwhelm their process. And when the process is sound, the results usually follow. The Cowboys saw a guy they believed in, and they didn't hesitate. Now begins the next phase, development. Fans should expect Ezeiruaku to start off as a rotational piece, especially on passing downs. He'll be eased into the action, learning from veterans, absorbing the complexities of the Cowboys' defensive schemes, and gradually expanding his role. But don't be surprised if he starts turning heads by mid-season. With his athleticism, effort, and hunger, he could be making splash plays sooner than later. Maybe a key sack late in a close game. Maybe a forced fumble that shifts momentum. Those are the kind of plays that turn rookies into fan favorites and future stars. In the long term, the Cowboys clearly see Ezeiruaku as a foundational piece. Someone who can grow alongside Micah Parsons, who can take over for aging veterans, and who can be a key cog in a defense that wants to dominate, not just compete. If Ezeiruaku hits his ceiling, if Dan Quinn can mold him into the player the Cowboys believe he can become, then this pick could be remembered as the steal of the draft. It could be one of those moments fans point back to and say, that's when it all started. That's when the next great Cowboys defense was born. So here we are. A draft pick that no one saw coming. A reaction from Mel Kiper Jr. that's gone viral. A new name that Cowboys fans are quickly learning to pronounce. But more importantly, a bold, calculated decision by a front office that's betting on culture, coaching, and raw, unfiltered potential. Cowboys Nation, get ready. Donovan Ezeiruaku is coming to Dallas. And if everything goes according to plan, this young man might just be the spark that lights up the defense for years to come. Smash that like button if you're hyped about this pick, hit subscribe to stay locked in with all the latest Cowboys news, and drop a comment. Did this pick surprise you? Are you excited to see what Ezeiruaku brings to the table? And do you believe this could be the beginning of something truly special in Big D? Buckle up, Cowboys fans. The ride is just getting started. So smash that like button, hit subscribe for non-stop Cowboys coverage, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Were you shocked by the pick? And do you believe Donovan Ezeiruaku is the next great star in Dallas? The ride is just getting started, and trust me, you won't want to miss a second of it.